Hello and welcome back. Today we're going to work on a long-standing issue, and that's on the config datetime rules. Last time we implemented that we load the rules, the default rules, but also the rules of the user. And today we're going to wire up the rules of the user to the function and enable saving and deleting, which should be the same thing. All right, let's do this. So in order to do this, we have to first, like always, have we should just start up the server. Okay, start Docker. Peeves came back, by the way, and he fixed the bug with the regex thing. So there were a couple of cases where it passed wrong dates, and of course the user found it like always. So now something should start up. Right, so what we have to do now is to implement an API for saving, and we also already have like an API for that. If we go here, we have like an edit user edit something user edit. No, all right, then it's only the user serializer. Right, so there's the manage user serializer that's used for other users. So that's the API the admin uses. And this here, this big function is the update function. So what do we want to update? And I think that's not that hard. We want to save the JSON we get. Do we get a JSON? I think we will bundle it up to a string and then send it over. That's easier. Yeah, and then we will send that over. So the general idea would be, okay, if, what did we have? Datetime rules. So if that's in the API, then all right, yeah, that's the general idea. So we did that, and now it loaded. Oh damn, I think we have to change the branches, not sure yet. Libre photos. Okay, that works. Then we can do a git pull. Right. Stage changes, git add all, git commit. Oh, why do I always do a git add all like I staged my singular change anyway? So 1M too much. All right. Add updating datetime rules to serializer. Okay. We don't have to push, I just want to do a pull. Alright, so now we have the commit from Peeves. Awesome. So now I want to check out the front end before I do any changes. And check on which branch we actually are. I think I forgot to post this on Discord again. No! Oh, and I don't have a chat. That always happens to me if I have something to do afterwards, and I'm like, oh shit, I have to do now some coding. And I'm like, okay, let's go online and implement the change. Yeah. All right, so now I have the chat. Like an automated setup would be great, but I still haven't looked into it. The last couple of days were pretty stressful. All right. Looking clean. Very cool. And apparently I also had like one viewer. Maybe it's myself, not sure. But I don't really care. So let's go back to the program. We want to check out, right, so we are on the wrong branch. Git checkout def. Okay, so we do have changes. I don't know which changes that are, but I don't really care. Git checkout def, then we do a git pull. And I think the right way to do it would be to restart the container, right? Because we actually built the container in the dev environment pretty much from scratch. Well, we installed the dependencies and stuff. All right, so let's go to LibrePhotos Docker. Sudo docker compose down. I think I can cycle through the options, but I forgot the shortcut. I'm really bad at remembering shortcuts. That's why I don't use Vim for example. I just forget how to close the program and how to save stuff and how to switch modes, and yeah, then I don't want to use it. And like I can remember Control S because that's a universal thing, but and I can remember always Control Z and Control V, but I trip up a lot when I want to use a console because then everything just shuts down. I don't know why. I don't know how this got like how this happened, right? Because like saving a thing and closing a thing, like copying a thing and closing a thing are like two very different things. I don't know who thought like, okay, let's just use that for copying stuff. Bad decision. Or for closing a terminal. That's also a bad decision, but that was probably done in the 60s, I guess. All right, so everything's booting up just fine. So I don't think we have to do more things here in this class. What we definitely have also to do is when we go to photos, not the view, but the model. And then we have like here somewhere the default rules, right? So we're not interested in that. We want to use the thing from the user instead. So we have to figure out, okay, get the user. All right, so now we have the user. And then we have to get the date from the EXIF. No. I'm sorry to inform you, GitHub Copilot, but that's the wrong answer. We want now to actually get the datetime, but as a JSON. So get the datetime rules as a JSON. So now it just does this, but we have the problem, I think, that this is now just like a JSON and like a string basically. We don't actually use it as a JSON because like we couldn't serialize certain things to JSON. So then I have to I think I have to do like JSON decode. JSON loads datetime rules, right? So that's the general idea, I think. So, but that's only the config, right? So then we still have to make actual rules out of them. I will definitely get this wrong on the first try. We probably also should then refactor the whole config thing. Yeah, but I will open up an issue. It's a problem for future me. So now we have it as a JSON. But we have to now use a function from datetime extractor to make the configs into rules. So how was this called? Extract check GPS, okay. Extract local datetime, no. Let's go again to the datetime extractor. So, right. What we have to do is we have to do this. So let's go here. Let's check that. And let's use the datetime rules. And I think it would be better when we do it just refactor that as a function to rules or something like that. Right, so these are only the configs but not rules yet. And then we have a function as rules. So def as rules. And then we have like config. And let's return that. I don't know how well this will work because these are like classes. Maybe I have like to check those. I don't know. But that looks correct to me for now. All right, so if I now go to I think we can make this even shorter now, just like that. Okay, no module named black. What? From black import JSON? No, just import JSON, please. What the hell? Like that. Okay, so now please chill. Let's go down here. All right, so now it has like accepted that. Now we just have to make sure that the parsing works correctly and stuff like that. And otherwise that works. All right. So we now have a lot of things actually already have implemented. No such file directory, what the hell? Weird error. Let's go to setting. So now we have our tags here, right? And first of all, I have to fix this. Maybe I can make them a bit bigger. I think that would be great, because like now it's like really tiny. Even if we have like a smartphone, it's like tiny. So that's probably not that. We can improve on this layout. That's all I wanted to say. All right. So we have now implemented also the datetime extractor things. I mean, we can also like start a scan to see if everything breaks now. Oh, and it got stuck on calculating clip embeddings again. I haven't fixed that yet. Scan everything. It should crash pretty fast, I think. Alright. Okay, now it's just skipped everything, I guess. Okay, well, we probably have to like set up a new. Oh, let's see. The header's broken. I can fix that. So let's close up. No, let's just search for that. Find in files. What? Why is it not found? Yes, here we go. Awesome. But okay, that's weird. Let's go to locals. Locales, I mean. Here we go. English translation. What was the name? No, he closed it. Why? Now I don't remember where it is. God damn it. Oh, here it is, I think. Yes. What? I just want to open up a new tab, like, oh my god. This is so annoying. Okay. Let's go back down here. Yeah, open, whatever. So do we have settings? Settings. Yes. So all we have to do is add, I think, a new thing at the bottom. Oh my god, I have so many things. So a lot of things are actually in settings. Okay. Config, date, time. Yeah, that's definitely wrong. So let's save. Let's go back to config date time. Okay, that's correct. And I don't know what the header was. Damn it. Set datetime parsing rules. I think that sounds fine. It's definitely better than having nothing there. I don't know why we lost it, probably in a merge. So I just wanted to make this thing bigger, right? Let's see, we even have like a style here. Let's do 400 instead. Reload. Yeah, that looks better. If I go here, that also looks better. Okay, so let's do this. Okay, and it even becomes smaller when we do this. Okay, that's also great. Very cool. So now we have to implement setting actually something. And I think I already did some pseudo coding. Let's go to config datetime. All right, we have set rules, right? So that's great. Okay. So I think I haven't implemented set rules yet. So let's see. I think we put everything in the user reducer for now. So yes, because it's in the user details. Case. And we will name that set rules. Yes. Okay. So we don't actually have, yeah, so don't set the default rules, please. The general idea is that we, let's go to, oh no, it closed it again. Yeah, now it's opening a new tab. I don't really get when it's opening a new tab and when it's not. We want to set user self details dot datetime rules, right? So let's go back to the user reducer and let's say user details, and I think that's for the most part just user self details, but for date time rules or something, then we have action dot payload, right? I think I got the thing wrong. I have to do it like, because it isn't an array, it's actually an object. So user self details is not defined. What? 34. What? I do not get that. What the hell is happening? Like, it's obviously up there. Okay, why are you complaining? That's so weird, man. Do you want me to do it like that? Yeah, okay. For a second I got really stumped. Alright, the other thing we have to do when we save it back to the Redux store is We obviously now have our like JSON parse thing here, but now we have to do it the other way around, like stringify, I think is it called, or something like that. So JSON stringify. Okay, I have to write it like that. Do you mean stringify? Ah, okay. I wrote it wrong. Lee. Okay. Very cool. Let's see. So now everything still works. Now I move something and it crashes. Yeah, that's obviously what should have happened. Right. React doesn't have access to the actual error object in development. Okay, that's not the right thing. The above error occurred in config datetime. Unexpected token U in JSON at position 1. What? I could swear that I already have solved that. All right. That error is normally seen when the value given to JSON parse is actually undefined. So I would check the code that is trying to parse this. Most likely you are not parsing the actual string shown here. It also might be string undefined as a string instead of the literal undefined. So, okay. Let's see if this happens every time, or only sometimes, because I don't get that error. Okay, no, a cross error, yeah, I know. No, please stop, thanks. And we will try adding a rule at, okay, that doesn't work because I have to delete one first. Okay, but that works. And adding also works. Oh, I see. Hahaha, I broke that. Yeah, JSON stringify. Down here. Very cool. Okay, so now we save it in the Redux store. We change the width a bit from the cards, and now I can just do this. What happened there? Now I'm really confused. So I take this. It just disappears like a magic trick. What the hell? Like I don't even have like so this should be technically the same thing, F5. But it just deletes everything if I move something, which is weird. Why? Like, what is happening, dude? Do I have to take items instead? That doesn't make any sense. No. Array move unknown. Move an array item to a different position. Returns a new array with item moved to a new position. Yes. So this should work. But somehow it doesn't. What? I will now do a sanity check. Oh, alright. So it's a function. Man, that was confusing. Okay, cool. Very cool. So now we can just move it. It stays there. The Redux store gets updated correctly, and it looks the same as it does in the backend. So that's great. Now we only have to make it save back. We have multiple options to do that. I think the easiest thing to do would be just to do it like here we always, and I don't like this, have like a save button, but I don't want a save button like at all. It's, I think, not that important. I just want everything to save immediately, or have only one update button show up if you changed something. But for this thing, I think we will add another update button. I don't like that, but that's what you gotta do. Yeah, I really should watch my videos again and write a lot of tickets for all the stuff I find. Because I sometimes feel like people don't really get how much small stuff is in here that you could just work on, right? Like, it's not that hard. So, we want the update user function, right? So I will just steal everything from here because I'm lazy. Let's go to config data, right? And I only want update user. Very cool. Okay, so now I just have to look for update user. And that's just this props dispatch new user data, and we delete always two things. Interesting. So we currently have a stateful component in settings, even though we also use the Redux store, which is kind of confusing. So we don't actually need to load it from the store. So I can just use that copy. And then we can do a paste. Right, save. And that's obviously that's we also need to have like user self details, I guess. So let's just use const user self details. Right. And then I will just repeat what we have in the other function. Yeah, and we don't need to do it like that. We can do it like this. Cool. So, and I think for that we can just use the T thing. Like that. And we use this like this. Right. I don't need that. I don't need that. This has to be in brackets. Okay, cool. Save. Let's go down here. And now we have a new button. And if we click that, then it should save it in the backend. So in order to test that, that's not that hard, we will delete a rule. The number 4, click on that, then it should have saved that now, reload, and we get the same thing back because it loads every time on reload. So that works. We should use a different tag, I guess. Okay, it complains here about type, but it has compiles, or hasn't it compiled? Not sure yet. Maybe it didn't work. Okay, let's save this. I can close this now. Settings. Right. Update. Man, I have so many update things. Favorite updates. Experimental update. Hey, I have a modal Nextcloud update. Yeah, not sure. Just want a regular old update. I will take that string for now. That's also an issue. Like, the more text we have in this app, the harder it is for new people to understand every button because we have to translate them. And that's an issue. All right, so let's fix up this. Dispatch any void is not assignable to la la la. Okay. Let's do it like that. Close up this. Close up that. Save. Expected 0 to 1 arguments, but got 2. Go to definition. Dispatch. Remove. Remove. Save. Save that too. Okay, everything works. Now I only have to fix everything else, right? So let's go back to util actions. Why is it util and not user? Like that doesn't make any sense. Yeah, whatever. So update user. Let's see, find on files. So I have this in. I have this here a lot. So let's take that and take that. Okay. Okay. And then update user. Yes, and then please use dispatch. Yeah, this dot props does. This dot props dot dispatch. Okay, very cool. I think I've updated now everything. Let's go back here. Okay, reload. Okay, we still get everything back from the back end. The button somehow worked. I don't know how. Let's delete another rule. Let's click on update. We still got the same message. Reload. Yeah, cool. I think that worked. So now we can move them around, we can delete rules, we can add default rules. That makes the whole thing way more transparent. We now have to check if scanning actually still works, right? So in order to do that, we will shut down the container. Then we will go to LibrePhoto Dockers. And I will test this on Sunday again, I think, a bit, just to make sure that everything still works. But then I will put this in the release, I think. Okay, let's go to .env. Let's create a new database. Let's close this up. Add a new console, fish, cd LibrePhoto Docker, and start again. Okay, very cool. Okay. I talked to Peeves and he's on the WhatsApp rule, definitely. So maybe this will also get added in the next couple of days, which would be great. Otherwise, this will be a new default rule that you can just pick from the backend. And yeah. And it will be, of course, on your new default, but I can't change the default on the spot. This system could also allow us to add a lot of new rules and make it even customizable by the user. But in order to make this useful and to improve testing speeds, I would also have to like implement like the whole logic in the front end to like check if your new rule works on the photo you want to add. Right, so I need the selection thingy, I need to select a photo as a test case, and then you can see, okay, this rule applied because of this reason, so the other ones are marked red, and the one that got picked was green, and the other one got ignored, so they're still gray, or something like that. But that's so much functionality. And like even the drag and drop thing took me like a day to implement. So all right, I think it booted up. Everything still works. Yeah. So again, all I wanted to say is that you can obviously improve on this feature a lot, like a lot. You can make a lot with that, and then you can also think, okay, where could you like expand this feature, right? Because there are a lot of like weird EXIF things and other information the user encodes. Okay, let's do a scan, and it loads. Awesome. And it seems to work. That's crazy. Okay, we currently have a lot of no timestamps. So let's see if it crashes or something. No, it still behaves fine. It adds days to the things. So I think this works. Holy damn. Yeah, I didn't thought that this would work, to be honest with you. All right. Very cool. So while this is all working in the background, I can still now sanity check everything I did. Right, let's go to as rules, datetime config. Yeah, but that just works. That's so cool, man, so cool. So now you can set, delete, change the order of the rules, how they apply, as you please. So that's pretty cool. Yeah. I think one thing that is still missing though is that we could add a couple more translations, right? So, but I think I also partly implemented that back when we worked on that. Let's go to front end. Source and yeah, but I think I will just create a couple of commits, right? So fish cd libre photo front end. Let's see. So what do we have here? Right. I added the rule. That's definitely a commit. And I also have two. So okay, I have to add this in chunks. How was it? Like git patch. Oh, like git git add patch. Right, so let's see. So that's one chunk I want to add, that's the refactoring. So no, I don't want to stage that. Right, I only want to stage the bottom part of that, not the actual saving. But I don't know what the things here do. No. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Okay, that's too hard. I still have to work on that, and I currently, I don't have the brain capacity to do that. So let's add config datetime, stage changes. And add that as the first commit, get commit save rules in Redux store and changing rules. Okay, the second one is, that's easier. Git add all. No. Want to add this and then that. Right, so stage changes. Git commit change dispatch. Dispatch location. Function location. Okay, and then I have, okay, that's not that hard. Git commit, change the width to make it look nicer. All right. And then I have the translation part. Add string for header. I mean, the commits are still not atomic, but it's way better than I usually do it. So let's go to Libre Photos. So here I just add a new function. Add new function to wrap configs. And here git commit use the configs from the user. Git. All right, so now I have all my changes. And let's see if I got a crash or something. But it seems to work very well, very, very well. So yeah, that looks great. Cool, very cool. It still goes on. So now we have to add a couple of new translation strings, and I think then I will also be done for today. So let's go to sortable item, right? And here I had the rule, okay, if I actually have something if I find something that's called rules something, then do something. Okay. Prop 0. What the hell is prop 0? I don't know. So let's see. Rules ID, rules ID, rules ID. So we're checking currently for ID a lot. Okay. I guess I could add that, but ID is always ID, so that doesn't make sense. But we can definitely add like rules, exif tag, file property, report tz. So we already have like some rules, but for some it's missing. ID. Right. Let's reload. Also now it replaces everything, but I don't see the actual value. It's not, oh, I see. So right. I think before that it looked nicer, so I can do ID like that. I don't think I need name. Yes, that looks nicer. All right, so that's very cool. Let's check if we actually have other things we can also translate. I didn't know that I already had implemented that. So rule type, name. I think we can also exclude ID because it's not that interesting for the user. It's just the technical detail. I think that would look even nicer. Yeah, so that looks nice. Okay. Then I don't need that. We obviously also have the rule types, right? So rule type, where do we add the rule type? Like here, okay. So that's obviously also so that's rule type. So I don't need that any longer. And then I can just take that. Type. Okay. Very cool. Let's save that. Still looks the same, but yeah, it also looks different because we can now translate that. So the default tags obviously have like set names, and it would be great if we could translate them. So we do the same ugly thing we do here, where we check, okay, do we actually have a rule? So we do it like that, but not as bad. So that's obviously different. We call that props item.name. Props item.name, right. And no, we don't need that. So if we find a translation for that, then we load it, otherwise we ignore it. So that's the general idea. Right, so if it doesn't equals that, then we actually load the rule. Otherwise we don't. Save that. Okay, let's see. And now I have the problem that I have like these big ass names. And yeah, that's not that cool, but whatever. Maybe I will think of a better idea in the future. I mean, I could look for the IDs, right? If we have like rule, because the IDs of the default rules will be like increasing. But if we actually have custom rules, then I will just give them a UUID thing. I think that's a nicer solution, so I will do that instead. So yeah, let's see. So it's not item name, it's item ID. And if that doesn't equals rules plus item ID, then use that, otherwise use the name, right? Cool. So now we have 1, well, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so these are obviously I wanted to copy that. Anyway, and also very funny that he always, like, he creates a rule list that you shouldn't copy sensitive data like 4 times. Awesome dude. I think GitHub Copilot got it. Like, he understands security. Datetime extractor. So let's pick the names, right? Let's go to translation. So I think that's the 4th rule for now. Okay, very cool. And then I pick the 3rd one. Yeah, the key is like not ideal, but not sure how to improve that. Okay, so that works out great. Let's see. So if I go back now here, then we should have our translated strings. Amazing. And now we can translate them as we please, which is also great. All right, so from my point of view, the saving, deleting, and moving stuff now works. And it added a new. All right, I did a screenshot, and that worked. Huh. Okay. But that's also EXIF data, right? No! See, like even the date passing now works. Because that doesn't have EXIF data. It just found this thing and it was like, I get that. Very cool. Very, very cool. Alright. Maybe even the WhatsApp thing will work now. Not sure. Because that looked very similar to WhatsApp. Right, let's look for IMG. No, it didn't work yet. No! Because it's written a bit differently. Anyway, I think I can create now a commit. I am also very happy that I took exactly the time I thought I would need. That's always awesome, because I'm usually way off with my estimations. But I seem to get the hang of JavaScript and Python for things I already have done a couple of times. So yeah, I can't do git at all. Oh damn, and then we have our most loyal watchers, the bots, which came back to support us. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. So let's do a git commit and add translation keys for rules. Okay. And then I can now push that. Then we can go back to Libre Photos. Do a git push. And now we're done. Thank you very much for watching. If you like my videos, then you can subscribe or leave a like. You can also support me on GitHub sponsors, and if you found a bug, please leave a comment. All right, see you next time. Bye.